Good afternoon, YouTubes. It's 2014. Happy New Year, everyone. This is my first ride of 2014, and look at it. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's 14 degrees. C, that is, Celsius for the non-European ones amongst you. Oh, it's wonderful. The road's a bit wet and salty, which is a shame, but you know, you can't have everything. But beautiful day, and I'm back at work. I actually went back to work on now what date was it? I don't know. And it was the Monday after Christmas, so just the end of December. Because I work in retail, they don't mind if we have our bank holidays whenever we want, so we get a certain number of bank holidays every year, but we don't have to take them on the bank holidays. We can just book them. I think there's 8 bank holidays altogether, so it means we can, if we want, we can book them all together, maybe with a couple of days of our actual holiday entitlement, get 2 weeks off, rather than having to have them on May Day and August bank holiday and all that kind of stuff. So I decided not to take them. So I worked through New Year's Day and what have you, and it was wonderful. So much work done, because most people don't take those days off. Sorry, most people do take those days off, I should say. So there's nobody to interrupt me. Oh, it was marvellous. I've not got a topic for this vlog. Keep an eye on this car, what's he doing? Just thought I'd give you a quick update on a couple of things. On the car thing, I've done a couple of vlogs about the car. I think I'm pretty much decided now that the car is going to go. I do have to still take it into the Toyota garage and see what it is they're trying to contact me about. But I think I'm pretty much converted to the way of the bike. So it's time to get rid of the car, and I'm hoping to get something that's practical and economical and not too expensive to either buy or run or insure. Because to be honest, it looks like I'm only going to be doing about 2,000 miles a year in a car anyway, so it seems pretty pointless. And if I can get something that serves the purpose and also lets me get a bit of value back out of the car I've already got, and I'm going to lose a lot of money, but it's looking like if I go for something like maybe a Dacia Duster or Dacia Duster, whatever you want to call it, I could end up with enough money spare to pay off this bike, and a little bit left over maybe to buy a new suite. So our leather suite is falling to pieces after having it for 10-12 years, something like that. So excuse me, that's I think that decision's pretty much made. And then the other bit of an update, it's not so good. I did a video not too long back about my parents getting a parking ticket when they were parked in a disabled bay with the disabled sticker on display. And believe it or not, they appealed it, and the appeal was rejected. And we've actually got down to the details of why now. And unfortunately, it was a parking spot that had a 3-hour time limit on it. Watch it. Had a 3-hour time limit, and they were only there for probably 55 minutes. So well within. So they had every right to park there. They had the disabled badge. Yeah, my mother needs to be able to get close to the shops because you can't walk very far anymore. So they had every right to park there, but the parking attendant, obviously a bit of a job's worth, saw that they hadn't put the little clock on display. Now they didn't really know about the little clock, but they've got 2 badges. One is the one that shows the disabled sign. One is a little clock, and you're supposed to set the time on it to be the time at which you arrived in the parking spot. And this is only for very few disabled parking bays, and they've never used it before. Never had to. And this one day that they made the mistake, obviously they got caught out. Didn't put the clock on, even though, you know, they had every right to park there. They had the badge on display, but not the clock. They didn't stay for too long. Miserable bugger didn't nod back. Somebody got them essentially on a technicality. Now, I've had a look around on the Citizens Advice Bureau. It actually has advice for the parking enforcers, and it says on there that if there's been a genuine mistake when it comes to appeal, then the appeal should be looked at favourably, i.e. you should waive the ticket and say, here's your mistake, don't do it again. But East Riding of Yorkshire Council, wonderful people that they are, that take huge amounts of money off us every year in council tax, decided that they wouldn't look upon it favourably. They would just whack them with a £35 fine. That's almost an FRO log, isn't it? FRO, East Riding of Yorkshire Council. So yeah, not too happy with that. But what can you do, eh? Miserable bloody pen pushing people with a little bit of power who would rather make 35 quid out of a pair of old age pensioners who, 35 quid is a lot of money to people who are just on a state pension. They'd rather take that money off them than give them a bit of a lesson. Hey, in future, put your clock out. We know that you've not been there for 3 hours, but put your clock out in the future and everything will be alright. Oh, another trike. And another nod. Hey! So yeah, they're my updates. Not a lot else to say really. So I shall sign off. So thanks for watching, YouTube. Ride safe. Wish you all the best for the new year. Hope it's a cracking 2014 for everybody. And I'll talk to you all again soon.